Hey guys, Bill Spadea here. Welcome back to our live streaming show, Common Ground, with me, Bill Spadea. We are live today, streaming on all our platforms with New Jersey 101.5. We're in Kenilworth, a small town in Union County, a great town, one of New Jersey's best towns when it comes to law and order and small business. We actually started our day with a tour through the Chat and Griddle, right on the main street here in Kenilworth. Fantastic. Owner Frank brought us around. And yes, I've got a car full of these unbelievable pork roll, egg and cheese, and chicken cutlet sandwiches. Can't wait for late night. We'll show you some of that video at the end of today's show. But first, I have to tell you, we are in an awesome spot here. If you could see what's around me with the brick walls and the tin roof, one of Kenilworth's finest eateries. It is an awesome place. It's called Ava's Kitchen and Bar, and I've got the manager right here, Robert Ramirez. Robert, thank you for inviting us in.
Glad to be here.
So tell me about it. First of all, I'm going to jump ahead because I didn't know this until we sat down and I saw it on the board, that your flour is organic. You're not using any of this processed, enriched garbage that they're feeding kids today. Your flour is the real stuff.
Yes.
Tell me about the pizza.
So the flour, it's sourced from upstate New York in the Finger Lakes. It's just basically as good as it can get. If you're gluten sensitive, it will not affect you. It's easier to digest, and you just don't feel heavy and sluggish after consuming.
Yeah. So what's the most ordered dish here? Is it the pizza?
Yeah, it's got to be the pizza.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the oven. It's about 1,000 degrees. They're out in like 3 minutes, so we're slinging them all night.
I love it. What's the best one?
I mean, my favorite is, we just added it. It's the Tipsy Critic Vodka pie.
Tipsy Critic Vodka pie.
Yeah, so Tipsy Critic, it's an Instagram page. We're in this competition for like best local pizza. And we won it. It was his page, and we named the pizza after him.
No kidding. So tell me, what is it?
It's vodka pie. It's got crispy prosciutto on it, cherry peppers, and a homemade vodka sauce.
Wow, fantastic. What about the what's the meatiest pie I can get here?
Probably the Murphy pie.
Murphy pie.
All the pies are pretty much the same as with the
what's on the Murphy pie?
Murphy is soppressata, hot honey.
Oh God, fantastic! I'm starving now. How long has Ava's been here?
This will be year 6. We opened the last week of October of 2018.
What was it like getting through COVID?
Well, nobody knew what to expect. We boarded up the windows. As you see in the front, everything's glass. We didn't know what was going to we were going to go crazy or what, but
they did go crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
just, in case you're wondering, they did
in many ways. But we just had to make.
But you survived.
Yeah, we had to make the quick transition into just delivery and takeout, and everybody wanted to support their local businesses during that time. So
it was something that came out of it. We've been doing promoting small businesses for many years on the show, and it really came out when the lockdowns happened, and it should have never happened, but thankfully so many local folks stood up for their small businesses. I love it. Tell me about this tequila cabinet that I'm looking at.
I wish the light was on, you could see more. We just got through like Christmas time. We're offering some bottles for sale. A lot of the tequila we get, tequila's really hot right now. There's bottles like Fortaleza. We can't even get it.
Really?
But the owner saw how hot tequila was getting. He was able to stock up, and he was able to offer some bottles to the customers. Down here.
So you do that as a bottle service, or they'll buy it to take out?
No, it's for takeout.
Yeah. Okay.
He's we've gone through different phases of being into craft beer, bourbon, but altogether we're just a great cocktail bar.
So we're in a tequila pizza phase.
Yeah.
Just sounds like heaven. Tequila and pizza. You can't beat it. Robert, thank you. Congratulations on the business. Best to the whole family and everybody that's a part of this. Real quick, how many employees?
About 20 of us.
So 20 people working at Ava's. This is the place to go. If you're in Kenilworth, you're going to stop and have breakfast at Chat and Griddle. You're going to come here for a tequila drink or just do shots and get some great pizza. All right, I've got to take a break to talk about our sponsors, Action Networks.
Pop star Iona Mansion started a craze last night by carrying a yellow bucket. Fans have been rushing stores.
I can't believe these fools fell for the bucket promotion. What do we make them by next?
Hey, how about a surveillance special like Actian?
You fool. We don't want people feeling safe. That's why we sell battery Wi-Fi cameras. Now, go learn more about this Action. They must be stopped.
Hey guys, Bill Spadea here. Welcome back to my streaming show, Common Ground. As we mentioned earlier, we are in beautiful downtown Kenilworth in Union County, fantastic town in New Jersey, celebrating small business. And this has been something that we have done now for years. As you know, we do Small Business Monday. I want to thank all our sponsors, and I want to thank our hosts here today at Ava's, because this is a fantastic place. Now, my next guest is the mayor of Kenilworth, Linda Karlovitch. Linda, welcome.
Hi.
How are you? First of all, really nice to meet you. And you are living proof that that small business does not know from partisanship. Democrat, Republican,
That's right.
Doesn't matter. It's about supporting the local town. So let's start with this. You're a small business owner yourself.
I am.
In Cranford. Tell me about your business first, and let's talk about this great
I have a hair
town.
salon in Cranford, about 2 miles away.
Okay.
I have 5 employees.
It's great.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great business.
How tough was it during the lockdowns to keep your doors open?
I wasn't open. I was forced to shut. It was a hard time.
Yeah, I'll bet it was.
Yes,
I'll bet it was.
Yes.
But you're doing well now.
And I was, I'm the mayor at the time, newly elected mayor, so I sort of had one foot in both worlds.
Yeah.
So
Here, let me just.
I spent a lot of time advocating for small businesses. During that time, I used my platform as mayor to get people on the phone in Trenton and things like that. And,
Yeah. Wasn't easy though.
No, it was.
Right?
It was tough. It was really
So
tough.
tell me about Kenilworth. I mean, it's a small town, but
small
it
town.
has this incredible character in Union County. And I mean, just the flood of small businesses when we said we were coming to Kenilworth, it was almost overwhelming with the amount of requests we had. And there's just so many great places.
You know what? We have great stores down in Kenilworth here, restaurants. Every storefront has a story, you know, of small business owner, passion, commitment, dedication to the community. It's a very small knit community, and when you go in almost any business, people know who you are. They know your name, your family, and it's really great. We have great restaurants.
Now, were you born and raised in Jersey?
I actually have lived in Kenilworth since I was 3 years old.
No kidding.
So I grew up on, I like to say, we grew up on these streets.
Was it hard to transition from neighborhood, the girl who grew up here, going to school here, to now you're the boss?
No, because you know what? I love people. Everyone. I just do. If I can help someone and I have the opportunity to do so, I'm grateful for that. So,
what's the best part though about being mayor?
That's it. When you run into someone in Acme or the food store
Yeah.
or a restaurant, and they say, "Hey, by the way, you know what? I sent you that email, and you know what? Thank you. You helped me."
Yeah.
And it's very rewarding to be
Yeah.
in that situation where you can help people.
What's the hardest part?
The hardest part, I would say, would be dealing with partisanship, where people bring politics into local government, and it shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
We're all here for the good of our town, and that's disheartening at times.
Yeah. You want to get the potholes filled.
We do.
Want to give the
Potholes
businesses a break.
filled, Businesses.
We
want to
need
support our
more,
businesses.
I think, more Democrats like you that will stand up and speak on behalf of small business, because more Democrats, I think, got up and into this idea of saying, you know what, government in Trenton needs to work for us too. We need to lose a little bit of the partisanship there and talk about these great communities and empowering these businesses like this one, which I can't believe I haven't had the pizza yet.
This pizza here
a miss
is
for
amazing.
me.
I mean, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to get some of the pizza.
All right, good. We're going to have some beer at the end, so stick around.
Absolutely, I will.
Now, you're in your second term.
I am in my second term.
What's
Yes.
next for you? You're going to serve this term out? You may run again? What do you think?
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No plans
One
yet?
step at a time.
I can't
Yes.
help it but ask a political leader, if they're going to run again for something else.
I
don't mean to
isn't-
put you on the spot.
No,
I
it
just-
is
yeah.
not in my plan right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So I really want to give back to the community that I grew up in. I love this town. I thought I could make a positive difference, and that's
Yeah.
why I got involved. I don't really have aspirations outside of that.
Just about public service.
That's it.
Yeah, we need more folks like you. Linda, thank you. Really great to meet
It's
you.
so nice to meet
Thank
you,
you.
too. Thank you so much.
That is Linda Karlovitch. She is the Democrat mayor in Kenilworth, Union County. And as you see, this is all about promoting New Jersey. We're all New Jerseyans. No matter where you hang your hat politically, it's all about moving forward and making sure that we're standing up for the great folks in this great state and supporting small towns. It is all about local. The way you save this state, the way we bring it back, is you build it from the ground up, and it starts by grabbing a great tequila cocktail and a pizza right here at Ava's. All right. Let's hear from our quick word from our sponsor, the Common Sense Club, which I know you've heard about. Now 150,000 members promoting what? Common sense.
Hey guys, Bill Spadea here. Like you, I am sick and tired of the culture of acceptance that has been beaten into us by Trenton politicians on both sides of the aisle. Accepting their higher taxes, accepting higher tolls, crumbling roads, accepting a radical school curriculum, accepting busloads of illegal border crossers, accepting prisoners being let out before they complete their sentences, and perhaps worst of all, accepting losing November after November. It is time to break the mentality of acceptance being pushed by Trenton politicians. We need to demand common sense policies and leaders who get it.
Hey guys, Bill Spadea here. Welcome back to our streaming show, Common Ground, brought to you on the great platform with New Jersey 101.5. Today we are live in Kenilworth. We've heard from some small businesses. We're here at Ava's Kitchen and Bar, fantastic place. You got to check out their tequila specials and some of the best pizza in New Jersey. Yes, of course, I'm going to try it and I'm going to write about it. One of the things that we do on this show, number one, is we promote local government. Number two, small business, and number three, law enforcement. And as I have gone through my media career in the last 10 years, I've made sure that as I've been the host of the show with the largest audience in New Jersey for the past 8 years on New Jersey 101.5, every Friday we promote Blue Friday. And there's a reason for that, because you cannot have a great business like this survive and thrive unless you have law enforcement. And as you know, you've followed this journey over the past few years. We've been to towns in just about every county, and we've gone to places like Newark and Trenton and Patterson. And one of the things missing there, you've got some great entrepreneurs there, great families, great people, but until you get a handle on law enforcement, the town cannot get to that next step. Well, let me tell you, Kenilworth is there, and I'm proud to welcome the Chief of Police, Fred Soos.
Thanks, Bill.
Chief, thank you for being here.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it.
I got to tell you, starting off, I got a bone to pick with you.
All right, give it to me.
You said when you opened here that you went to Chat and Griddle and you got a car full of pork roll and cheese sandwiches.
I did.
You are north of the Driscoll Bridge. We tail a ham up here. I've never had pork roll in my life.
See that? You know what?
Okay, so
fair point.
You're going to come into the territory up here. You got to speak the language.
Look, Chief, you've called me out effectively. I think you're totally right. You can tell where my roots are. It's funny because it is a battle.
Oh, without a doubt.
There's no question.
Without a doubt.
And I said this. I did this eating challenge at the Trenton Thunder, and it was the best and worst time I've ever had. And I didn't eat pork roll for 5 years afterward. And the reason I called it pork roll, well, I grew up in South Jersey, but I was born in Camden. Grew up in Cherry Hill, but the sponsor is not Taylor Ham. The sponsor is Case Pork Roll. So I had to get into my head. I had to tell guests the opposite. I'm like, no, it's not Taylor Ham. It's Case. You can't. We don't want to diss the sponsor.
I've been married for 29 years. I just found out last year my wife is a pork roll girl, and I got to be honest. If I would have known that sooner, I don't know where.
You know what? I don't know what's worse.
I might have done it.
That's it. My wife is a Red Sox fan, so what can I tell you?
Even worse.
All right. So Chief, let's talk about Kenilworth. Let's talk about the job your officers are doing. Day in a life. Is this the kind of town where people are going to come in and say, so easy to be a cop in Kenilworth? It's just there's no crime.
Well, I'll tell you what, they do say that. Some people do say that, but the people that know don't. First and foremost, we're blessed to have a wonderful administration. Mayor Karlovitch and our borough council are tremendous. We had a tremendous amount of support from us. On your way back out, when you go through the main drag in town, take a look at the double yellow line. There's a blue line painted right down the middle.
That's fantastic.
That's what our town thinks of the police here. We've got a ton of support here, but we do a lot of things for our communities that a lot of other police departments don't. You featured one of my guys a couple of weeks ago on your show who had shoveled the driveway for an old lady who couldn't get her caretaker in. That's the kind of stuff that we do.
Yes, that was a friend of ours called. That was unbelievable.
Yeah. And honestly, that's the sort of thing we do. Yeah. We shovel people's driveways. We carry their groceries in. I've had guys fix people's cars who needed repairs, put them up in hotels, buy them meals. It's a small town. We know each other. We take care of each other. That's what we do. And along those lines, too, Bill, I want to thank you for your support of law enforcement. You've been consistently a great friend of law enforcement. And let me tell you, the guys, the boots on the ground, know it, hear it, and we appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for saying that. I appreciate that. How many guys do you have? How big's
about
the
30
force?
guys.
30.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a strong force. And are they the way you look at it? Because I've said this over and over again. And I'm glad you complimented the administration and the mayor because sometimes police departments become subject to politics, and all of a sudden there's a budget battle. And I've said over and over again, you don't balance the budget on the backs of the cops. You simply don't do it.
You can't. And I got to be honest, Mayor Karlovitch has been tremendous to me from the very beginning. I've known her since we were kids. We went to school together, and she's just a tremendous supporter of the police. She gave me what I consider my dream job, and for that I'll always be thankful. And we are blessed to have the support of our administration, because when politics and police mix, it's a bad.
I agree. How long have you been chief?
Just a little over 3 years.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right. So before that, you were serving on the force here?
I was. I came up through the ranks. I started as a patrolman. I got almost 30 years on the job.
Wow.
I worked up to sergeant, lieutenant, captain, detective, all that. And like I said, I would take this job every day of the week and twice on Sunday. It's my dream job.
What's the hardest part of this job, day to day?
The hardest part of this job is seeing sometimes the, when things happen to kids. Sometimes the cruelty that people treat each other, the suicides, the part of life that most people shouldn't have to see, that my guys have to see sometimes on a daily basis. That takes a party out of you every time you have to deal with that.
And regardless of how safe a town is, traffic stops, domestic calls, suicides, all of that happens no matter where you are. And that's why I wanted to loop back around to that, because I think that there's a real misnomer out there. And I've said this over and over again on the show. Never call what a police officer is doing routine. Nothing is routine.
Yeah, that's
no
the
such
truth.
thing, right?
That's the truth. And we say it all the time in a small town sometimes. It's almost harder to be a cop because a good friend of mine is the chief of police over in Elizabeth. He's got 400 guys.
Yeah.
They tell their guys, you get into something, hit the emergency button and hold on. Well, here, you might only have one or two other guys on the road, and the help might not be pretty far away. You got to be able to handle everything. So to some extent, it's sometimes a little bit harder in a small town like that.
Well, the streets are safe and the businesses are flourishing. You've got a great partnership with the administration. It's all good news, and whatever else we can do to be helpful here, you can count on us.
Well, thank you again. We appreciate your support, and keep doing what you're doing. We love you.
Thank you, Chief.
Right,
really appreciate it.
Great to meet you.
God bless you. Thank you. All right, let's take a quick break. I'll be back on the other side. We've got a couple more small businesses in Kenilworth that we would like to highlight. But first, here's a word from one of our great sponsors, Acteon Networks.
Well, that's the last of the boxes.
Remember when we got the first copier for the business?
There were 100 copies of your butt. How about our first computers? We could barely turn them on. Hillary finally figured out how to receive email and thought a prince was sending her $1 million.
She sure felt silly after she quit.
E-commerce didn't start any better. We shipped dozens of snow shovels by mistake to Florida from our new site.
Hey, they work great building sandcastles. We always tried the latest technology. I just wish we had thought about getting video surveillance to protect our business. I never thought it would end like this.
Neither did I. Maybe the next owner will be smarter than we were.
Hey guys, Bill Spadea back with you. Thanks for sticking with me through this great episode of Common Ground. Yeah, I'll say it. It's a great episode. Why? Because we're in a great town, in a great state, in the best country in the world. I love New Jersey, love America, and we love Union County. We're here in Kenilworth today, but I was corrected by the chief. We did stop by the Chat and Griddle earlier, and I do have a car full of Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. Look, old habits are hard to break. And as I was explaining to the chief, I don't want to diss our friends at Case Pork Roll. You guys do a great job in Trenton. But, hey, we're north of 195. It is Taylor Ham here. Okay, I want to bring in another fantastic small business. And as you know, we are at Ava's Kitchen and Bar right on the main street in Kenilworth. Fantastic place for pizza. 1,000 degrees the oven gets up to. Come on. Plus, they have tequila specials. There's a whole cabinet of tequila next to me. You want to stop in here tonight. But I want to introduce you to Tara Wright. Tara, I got that right, didn't I?
You got it right.
I'm glad you made it easy for me that there's an H in your name. A lot of people spell it T-A-R-A, and then you have to figure out, is it Tara or Tara?
Tara, that's
so you
right.
made it easy. Thank you.
I try.
Now, you own Bubbles and Basket Laundromat.
Yes, I
Tell me, how'd you get
do.
into that business? How's business doing?
So my husband and I, Donnell and I bought Bubbles and Baskets Laundromat in September of 2023. So
Okay.
we took it
So brand
over.
new.
It's brand new.
Yeah.
It's an existing laundromat
Yeah.
owned by someone for at least 50 plus years. But he and I took it over and we rebranded it.
How do you
named it.
how do you go from 50 years? Because my guess is in the last 10 years they were thinking of selling it, and the dust piles up, and there's a right.
Oh, absolutely.
I can only imagine what that was like after 50 years.
Correct. So
Yeah,
the
tell me.
prior owner owned it for 17 years, and he was looking to retire. But as he got older, also I guess the thought of trying something different kind of slowed him down. So
Yeah.
we came in, took about a year and a half to close on it. Came in September. We had cleaning crews come in. We began to update everything. My husband's the one actually who's there every day. So I do
No
all the
kidding.
marketing stuff on social media to
Got
get
it.
people in. But he's
You
the
represent.
face
He
you see.
does the work in
He
the
does
back
the
room.
work
I love
inside.
it.
Yeah. He does the
I
work
love that.
inside.
Somebody's
That's
gotta
a
work.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I love
so
that.
That's what we do.
What did you do to modernize it? I mean, you think of a laundromat, and you think I think of the coin operated machines that you're struggling for quarters, and then the vending machines with the little baskets or boxes of detergent. What did you do to modernize it and bring in business?
So one of the things that we have been doing is just rebranding the idea of the laundromat, right?
Yeah.
People think of it as being sort of unattended, scary. We've changed that. You know, we have brand new signage. We have bright lights. My husband's greeting you every day you come
No
in
kidding.
there. We're currently still coin operated, though.
I love that.
Yeah,
Are you
so that's
kidding?
the
I
old
love
school.
that.
That's the old
It's
school
all-
part
I
of it.
miss the coin meters. You have no. I park and I've got to look for
And
the
the app
sign and
now.
the app, and I always have to re-download it. I hate it.
Yeah, no, we're
Yeah.
still coin operated
I love that.
now.
And you make change?
I mean, they change. We have a change machine. Sounds like
Come
where
on.
the slots going
Yeah,
on.
I love
when
it.
you start
I love
putting
it. It's
them
fun. It's
dollars
old
in.
school.
So it's old school.
Yeah, it's great.
But part of what we've done is brought in new machines.
Okay.
Right? Machines that are more efficient, that are more effective, that get our customers in faster. Right?
Yeah.
Because laundry's a chore. No
Yes,
one
it is.
likes it. It's like the world's most hated chore. So if we can get you in quicker and out faster, that's our goal.
How long are you open? What are your hours?
So our hours are 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
That's Monday through Friday. And then Saturdays from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then Sunday from 8 to 8.
So your husband's working 7 days?
He works 7 days. We
God
have
bless him.
Wednesdays off. So today's his closed day.
Okay.
He gets to sleep in on Wednesdays.
Got it. All right. Now, how at the end of the day? So it's 10 o'clock. He's got to walk through, make sure the last load is done.
Correct.
Right. How many socks does he collect at the end of the day?
So we're going to put up a sock wall. Because between socks and blankets and people left things in the dryers, like there's always stuff that's
Right.
left over.
Do people come
So-
back for their stuff,
Not
or are they
all
too
the
embarrassed?
Time.
Right.
Not all the time. We had one gentleman who we do drop off laundry as well.
Oh, you do?
So people can come in and do their own or drop it off to us.
You'll run it.
And we do wash, dry, and fold, package it,
Really?
and send you on your way.
How many people do you employ?
We have 3 people.
That's fantastic.
No, it's one.
What were you
it's
saying? The one guy,
yeah.
he what did he do?
Oh,
Yeah.
a year ago, he dropped off like his wife's favorite blanket for their dog. He forgot about it and came back into us, and he said, "I know you're the new owners, but I hope you still have that blanket." And we did.
You did.
So, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Onward and upward. Tara, you are a bundle of energy, positivity. You're going to do great. I am looking forward to interviewing you again when you open the second store, wherever that's going to be.
That's coming.
Right? You
for
let me
sure.
know.
We will.
Tara, great to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Thank
too,
you.
Phil.
Thanks for
so
being here.
much.
All right. Bubbles and Basket in Kenilworth. Stop in and say hi to Tara and her husband. As we wrap up, I'm going to ask our guests to come back. We are going to toast to St. Patrick's Day because it is the season, and maybe a little tip to St. Joseph's Day as well. Look, I want to thank our good friends at Action Networks. It takes a lot to get shows off the ground. And as you know, we've got the show on New Jersey 101.5. We've got Common Ground that streams live on all of our platforms, including New Jersey 101.5. I want to thank all the executives at the station for supporting this great show, which is growing very, very fast. But I want to thank Action Networks, because when we first met these guys, it was under the circumstances that my wife Jody and I were getting threats, and you may remember some of the stories, people calling the station, people coming by the house, blocking the driveway, nutty stuff. And we went to Action Networks, and I have to tell you, it was way more affordable than I thought. We now have 24/7 video surveillance. And the best thing about Action is they can do the very small to your home to the very large with your warehouse. They can handle the site security, the remote site security, asset protection, all of those things with 24/7 video surveillance. And the best thing is you don't have to worry about changing the batteries. You don't have to worry about the maintenance. No, you have to just do one thing. Go to Action.net. That's their website, ACTEON, Action.net. Get a free security assessment for your business, your home. Don't suffer in silence. There are folks out there that can help you, and we are blessed to have been in touch with Action Networks, and I appreciate all the guys, Denny, Chris, all of you do a fantastic job. So go to Action.net, ACTEON, and make sure that you get your free security assessment. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Now, as soon as I sign off, we are going to have, and I don't know how the magic of what Kevin is going to do with the editing of this, but at some point you are going to see the tour that we are taking on Main Street with 3 or 4 small businesses. But I do, and I want to thank Robert for bringing in the beer. Oh, Chief, you're delivering the beer. I love it. Fantastic. But I also want to say hi. Is Marie still here? Marie is our local real estate professional. She had to leave, but we want to thank her. She's got a Remax store right here in Kenilworth. Guys, I just want to toast to
Michelle David.
So there you go. And that's why they sometimes give me a script, and apparently this time not. I thought it was Marie, but you know how I am. Hey, I'm good with faces, not always with names. Guys, thank you for watching. I want to raise a glass to St. Patrick's Day, St. Joseph's Day, to New Jersey, America, Union County, and the great town of Kenilworth. Guys, cheers. Salud.
Started
Even the Red Sox.